Okay, this is going to be a quick comparison between the handmade manufactured knife using basic hand tools, files, Dremels and such, and a comparison between the milled and more machine-made knife prototype, as well as some couple other mass-produced knives that I can give comparison back to these two. So to start, this prototype here that was sent off to a YouTuber by the name of Paddy's Potato Peelers to do a quick review on. Eventually he's come back to me now, and whilst he was away I was busy producing this in the university building using the milling machine. So first of all, opening this up, you can hear it's very quiet until the last sort of snap, and the middle section here is not particularly well defined. It's got a little bit of play up and down. There's no side to side play along like this axis here, but this has got a little bit of up and down play. But the sound fully open and fully closed is very good. The issue was, in here there's a square end tang. You can refer back to this in my website, but there's the surface isn't completely flat against the spring. It needs to, for it to click, it needs to be completely flat like that. The issue is it's not quite flat, hence the slight amount of play in the blade. So in comparison to this, I went back to the drawing board and used a milling machine to get this square end here. You can see it a little bit better in this blade because the blade's a wee bit thicker, but you can hear it makes a much better click in both the open position, the middle position and the closed position, so you can hear. And it's got no play either. The issue is, I think for younger or older people this may be too hard to open because the spring is significantly thicker than on the previous version. It's almost a millimetre thicker. So in comparison to mass-produced knives that are on the market at the moment, this here is a Boca Barlow, and it's much thinner build spring. It's similar to the first one in thickness, but again they have a milled square tang, so the end, you can hear, has a good click to it. I'm going to do that. Doesn't have any play up or down either. It's got a nice pull to it. It's around about a 5, a little bit 5 or 6, a little bit harder to open than a Swiss Army knife. Great Eastern Cutlery 71, a little bit thicker spring, a little bit thinner than that one, a bit thicker than that one. And you can hear nice click in all positions with no up or down play or side to side play. And then here, the 44 Great Eastern Cutlery. This has a nice defined click in all positions as well. Again, this is completely down to the square end found in the cam there. You can see it a little bit in there, but that is completely square and flush to the back spring. Try and get a close up on that. So there's no issues when it comes to the sound or the click you get in all 4 positions. You can see there's no play either. So this is definitely an important feature of the knife that has to be looked at in the future. Most of the features of this could be produced very easily by hand. The main issue is that square end in here, getting that as flush as possible to the actual back spring. So I'm going to practice that a bit more, as well as getting everything perfectly flat so you can see the back springs. There's no gaps in this new one here, whereas there's a few found in this one. and that's just due to it not being able to be clamped fully flat when gluing the brass liners with the micarta overlays, and also the pinning as well. I need to be much more careful with pinning to stop any warping in the materials. A solution to this could also be using a stronger steel for the liners, as this would be much less likely to bend and warp when the pins are peened in, which applies pressure sort of inwards like that. Okay, so that's where I'm going with next. Thanks for watching.